Hello everybody, this is Rocq in StarCraft here for my second StarCraft 2 commentary. This game I was random and my opponent sKoHolyMeds was also random. So you'll see me here as the red Zerg in the top left hand corner while my opponent sKoHolyMeds is going to be Terran in the top right hand corner. I shout out my race because every now and then I get to play a random player who also wants to tell me his race just to make things a little more transparent, but I don't think sKoHolyMeds has that in mind. This game we're just going to start off with a really interesting defense by me. I'm not going to spoil it too much, but there will be a bunker rush happening, and I deal with that pretty effectively, and it's pretty fun to watch. The sKoHolyMeds doesn't really want to tell me what race he is, and I get that, but it's cool. It's cool. Sometimes it makes it more interesting. All that means is I have to scout a little bit earlier than I want to. But this is super friendly chat going on. We're not, being mean to each other or anything. Just powering drones as normal. sKoHolyMeds dropping supply depot down at 9. Going to be dropping his barracks down at 12 while scouting with his SCV. I got my drone scout moving out also, and I'm going to go gas first on this build just so I can get some quick link speed and use that to help me out here against any kind of shenanigans that the one base Terran can pull off. And we still got me floating over 200 minerals. That's not good. I was trying to, get a later pool, but must have just been distracted scouting or something. 300 minerals right now, just not good on my behalf there. Especially considering that this Terran is probably going to rush, considering that there's no gas being built, and there goes the second barracks there. My pool just now going down super late. Just not good on my part there, but and the Terran sees this, so he's going to want to come back here and probably try to put down some bunkers. I got my drone up here whacking away at his SCV. If I can delay the second racks, the rush is going to be delayed by a lot. So I'm microing my drone to try to kill this SCV. It's really hard to target SCVs at this point, but somehow managed to click on that there, almost, and then get the SCV kill right there, but my drone dies. Totally worth it. Most definitely worth it, killing that SCV. Now he has to pull another one all the way back from here, and then that delays it by just that much more. 2 bunkers going down in my base here. I see that with the Overlord Scout going over there, and decide to pull some drones. At this point, these bunkers are really close to being complete. There's no way I can stop that from finishing. My #1 priority at this point is to try to stop any Marines from actually reaching this bunker with the use of these drones, while I wait for these links to come out. These drones are very important to try to get this Marine to stop, from attacking there. He's getting into the bunker. These drones need to get through here and snipe off that Marine right before he gets into the bunker. Great there, killing that SCV also. Here's another one. Now here's an interesting trick here. This Marine's going to get through, and this SCV is blocking, but I use the mineral trick by right-clicking on these minerals with the drones to get them to go through the SCV. And that allows me to get that Marine and allows him to make some turn around while I get more lings out. Forgot about these lings or something because I still got these drones working up here. Need to get them back to mining, but right now I'm a little bit ahead in harvesters, 3 ahead. But I have this huge army that I can definitely use. This drone's going to come down here, plant the expo, and the game's going to resume normality here. He's going to try to salvage it, and I think he gets it. I think he gets those minerals back. So he's got 400 minerals, enough for a nice expansion. And he's going to lift off these 2 barracks and drop them down here. That'll allow him to secure his natural pretty easily without these lings running in there. Link speed not quite finished. If it was finished, I probably still wouldn't want to run in here. Quite a few Marines, not to mention the fact that these barracks are going to make it a pretty strong choke point here. These lings are just going to check the tower. Right now, I think I'm pretty worried about a follow-up attack because I know that a lot of Terrans that are hyper-aggressive like that will like to follow up their attacks with something like ridiculously strong, catches Zerg off guard while I think they can drone. But once I see this wall here, I can pretty much assume that there's going to be an expansion. This Overlord's here, but I don't want to sacrifice him just yet. And I'm being very active with these links, just trying to make sure that he's not pushing out. And a little bit of supply block there by the Terran, but not too big of a deal. Expos are going up relatively similar times, so it really just depends on where I decide to allocate my larva. And most of it's all going to drones at this point. I got 5 going to drones, and I'm just going to kill these rocks down. Allow my forces to be able to come out through here. If he were to get a tank position going up here, I could swing around rather than having to funnel through this area. Gonna start a queen at this expansion. Need to get some overlords. 35 out of 36 right now. And I got dropping down this pretty quick baneling nest just in case of this 3 racks Marine, huge pressure. just so I can be safe with that, know that that's not coming, and then be able to drone up as I wish at that point. Still need to make an overlord. Got all this idle larva here. Drones. There we go. 3 overlords being made. You never really want to make more than 2 overlords at a time, but sometimes a supply block can cause you to just spam overlords and get that out of the way. We got him dropping a factory up here, and nothing really too interesting happening there. Could use an orbital command. And dropping bunkers. He must be pretty worried about a baneling bust happening, although baneling busting through barracks are really difficult to do. Got a couple banelings morphing. You never want to be caught off guard with your banelings morphing. If I were to see him push, or if, let's say I didn't have this Zergling here and I didn't see him push until he was all the way over here, and these banelings just now started morphing, he would have been able to get in there, maybe snipe a couple of banelings and just have it, you know, a big. I've seen many games where, you know, even professional players will lose because they haven't had their banelings prepared before the push arrives. So that's pretty important. Let's look at the worker tab real quick. We have 28 harvesters to 19, so I got quite a big economy advantage here. And I'm just still powering drones. Probably going to be more for... Oh, there's a lair right there, yep. 10 more drones on the way for me, so I'm feeling very confident. This Zergling here is just allowing me to see this. I'm not sure if I see the bunker. The bunker would actually be pretty important. Yeah, I see the bunker, so I know he's not going to really want to push out anytime soon. So, and even another bunker being dropped down here. This Terran really does not want to get baneling busted. And he's dropping the factory, starting his siege tank. And still no tech labs on these barracks, so these Marines are going to be unupgraded for quite a long time here. But we got this, the banelings morphing, everything's fine here. Dropping all my gas. Usually want to time the gas to finish around with when the lair's going to finish. Got my Evo chamber going on for upgrades. Going to start my macro hatch pretty early. It's pretty important that when you have a strong 2-base saturation as Zerg and you're going for this Zergling, baneling, possibly Mutalisk style, you want to get your macro hatchery early. You can support 3 hatcheries with injects going on off 2-base saturation. So it all just kind of helps with your larva allocation and how that goes. My injects are actually doing pretty well. I'm only at 3 energy and it's already 10 minutes in the game. So that's going really well for me here. 9 energy here. And the inject already happened. Taking both these towers. I want to make sure I see any drops that the Terran might get lazy with, dropping them around. I actually don't have any overlords placed here, but I do have one here, overseer actually now, just in case the Terran tries to go for any drops. But still no starport out here for the Terran. Not even any tech labs or anything. Sees this Zergling, gonna kill it. Gonna make me panic a little bit, but I got this overseer coming in, dropping changeling, dropping out, queuing up the commands. So here we go. We got the Marines going out, gonna scout everything. He doesn't really see this going on here. I just want to make him blend into this pack of Marines and just try to see if I can sneak by maybe. And I'm gonna see all these tanks, and these tanks are gonna freak me out. I'm gonna see 2 factories, even the 3rd one being dropped here. This is a situation where the changeling could actually have been seen pretty easily because the SCV, he told him to move it, so his focus will be here. Just kind of rallying this SCV or this Marine changeling to walk around, see what's going on, maybe see if there's like a Banshee tech back there, anything like that. Kind of forget about this changeling for a little bit, got a macro up. I see all these tanks, and I think I was pretty sure he was going to go for a mech style, which means Roach Warren Mutalisk style, pretty good against that. If you can catch it off guard. Here comes the Marines killing down these rocks. That indicates maybe he wants to push, maybe he just wants to, you know, have access without having to lift and lower these barracks. This changeling somewhere in here, still just chilling out. Got these tanks going out here. These tanks could probably come up here, maybe a little more range, because I could sweep in here and have no tanks being able to hit me. Got pretty good ball here going on. I have my 3rd base going down. That could have been dropped a lot earlier by me, I feel like. And this overseer just chilling out, making sure, seeing everything going on. I'm seeing him just now take this gas, which is really curious considering he's got all these factories going on. My changeling still just chilling out, seeing another barracks go down, seeing this tech lab go down. Still no research out of there. This push is going to be delayed by like a ridiculous amount here. Meanwhile, my macro hatchery is just producing all this larva. I got all these larvae here, ready to be used for emergency roaches if I need to, anything like that. Getting roach speed and burrow and +1 armor for my units. I think my plan at this point was to try to see if he got a good position and he wasn't really paying attention, didn't have any detection. Maybe I could burrow roaches underneath, surprise all these tanks. Let's say, you know, if they were out in the middle of the map somewhere over here, I could burrow under, unburrow, kill all the tanks. That'd be great, rather than having to thrust into a tank line and lose everything. Making 14 roaches now. I'm super worried about a push here. I saw all these tanks, and Terran does not like to be contained on 2 bases for too long, so still hasn't gotten any research here. I feel like the mineral income or some kind of income from Terran is just kind of behind, or maybe, oh, I think what it is, he's got 3 factories producing tanks all the time, which off of 2 bases is pretty difficult to do. I think it's nearly impossible. Got some baneling mines going over here. Baneling mines are great as Zerg players should do baneling mines against Terran all the time, because they have such little like they really are not that big of an investment really. This right here costs, let's see, 100 minerals and 50 gas, just that. And if the Terran sees it and scans it, that'll make him just more paranoid, more reluctant to move out. If anything, it can delay a Terran push by a lot, because he's going to want to waste a lot of scans moving up here, and there could be baneling mines burrowed anywhere as far as Terran's concerned. And if you're Terran, just get a Raven. Ravens are awesome. Dropping more barracks. Still no starport. Really needs a Raven. Ravens are great. Here comes the unburrow. Now here, the Zerg player has a good decision to make. If I were to hit X right now, which is what most Zerg players would do, they would explode, maybe kill that much, kill that much. But I chose to unburrow because when banelings die, they explode anyways. Maybe I can get a couple more feet into the mineral or marine ball. That'd be great. So here we go. Killing quite a few marines. A lot of them are in the red. Combat shields would be super helpful against that. Terran panics. I'm going to just thrust everything into this. Right now, if you're Terran, you need to siege. Whenever a big baneling mine goes off, Terrans need to siege up right away, because as you're going to see here, I don't need to wait for this tunneling clause to finish for the roaches. I can just run in here, destroy everything. Banelings are going to come in here, hopefully hit like the middle of this marine pack. Yeah, there we go. All these roaches just come in here, and Terran's pretty much dead. It's 152 supply to 73 supply. As you know, that's a huge difference. Rallying 36 more lings. I'm just going to go in and win it all here, because no need to macro up, really. This third base never really kicked in. And when you're Zerg, I had the choice to go up here, kill his economy, but if you're against the Terran, you just need to get up in this production line. 1 tank will come out at a time. You can snipe that with the roaches, super easy. As you're going to see here, like 1 tank comes out, and it's just going to get killed before I can really do anything. If I were to have gone into this mineral line, the tanks could come up here, get a position on me, lose a lot more roaches, but probably at this point, see like this is something that you need to watch out for, because they're just going to go out and GG's were called, and sKoHolyMeds leaves the game. So that was a pretty solid Zerg vs Terran. Those baneling mines, such low investment, killed so many of his marines, made him panic, not siege up back here, allowed my roaches to just run in there and destroy everything with +1 armor. My upgrades weren't even that great, but I don't know, I feel like Terran had way too many production facilities and not enough upgrades. I got 1-1 for infantry, but no stim, no combat shields, no medevacs, nothing like that. So just a couple things that Terrans can improve on. A couple things I definitely can improve on. But holding off that bunker rush, it's a great way to do it, stopping the marines from coming in. And yeah, I hope you guys really liked it, and probably be making some more videos in the future. So thank you for watching.